Now that our htaccess file is finished, let's open our functions file within Inc folder, and right at the beginning, after the opening PHP tag, before the include function, we're going to create a new function called car URL, which will retrieve our current URL. Actually, we'll retrieve an array of the elements after the domain name. Function car URL. We won't be using any parameters. First thing, condition if isn't set, and now server redirect URL. Then we return nothing. Okay, next URL variable, and we are going to check. We're going to actually take off the first character from the entire string. Redirect URL. What is it going to return? It's if we go have our domain name which finishes .com, let's say, and then we got / say pages / pages.php.html or whatever, then obviously redirect URL will give us the / after starting from the / after the domain name and everything after that. So we will be using mb substring function to remove the first character from the beginning of the whole string. So server redirect URL and first character that we want to remove. So we're removing the first /. Okay, now we need to know what's the last character of the string. Last character variable, and we are assigning the same function. We're going to use the same function here, mb substring. This time we use the variable URL, which has already taken the first / over. Then 0, then -1. Okay, so now we know the last character. If it's going to be a /, then we want to remove it. Otherwise, we will remove the number of characters that our extension consists of. It all will become a little bit clear in just a minute. So let's do the condition if last character equals /. Then again, we will use URL, our URL variable, and mb substring function to URL 0 -1 to simply remove the character. Okay, then else URL equals, and now we're gonna use the function which we'll create in just a second, rem extension ext URL, and that's it. Okay, and lastly we need to return something from the function actually. So we're going to use explode, PHP explode function, where we're going to pass as the first parameter, we're going to pass the /, and the second parameter will be our URL. What explode function does, it converts the string into an array using the divider actually, which is specified as a first parameter. So in this case, if we've got URL with say 3 /, and obviously it takes / off, and each segment is put as a separate instance of the array. Okay, so that's it. Now we need to create our remove extension function. So function rem ext, first parameter will be string, second parameter will be c, which we'll define as -5. Now, why -5? If you look at our examples, which I've shown in the first video, we will be using extension .html, so that all pages look like HTML pages. You can use absolutely any extensions. This extension really doesn't matter at all. It's not used within within the processing of the code of a site or anything like that. So you can use .mysite even if you want. The only thing here is that we need to calculate. We need to actually check how many characters is after the last word. Last word will be one of our parameters passed through the URL. So let's say HTML has has simply 5 characters because we've got dot, then we've got HTML, 5 characters. So you have to cut it off, and we forget about it. Okay, so return MB again substring. We use the string passed via as one of the parameters, and then 0, and then C, which is -5. Excellent. This function takes off our extension. So that's more or less it here. In the next video, we'll have a look at the condition, if condition, which will assign the parameters populated through the static URL into our URL parameters sent via get method.